Right. So you see, let me just go to something else. Like this is a simple called syringe generator. Instead of syringe, I have used some pipe, and there are around 1000 turn this is a 31 gauge wire, at least 1000, and this is the neodymium magnet. There are two LEDs connected. What way, that I'm not at this moment explaining, but I'm just putting this magnet inside. One end having a rubber block, another end you have to keep it open so that you can put this inside. Now if I do this, then you'll see that light is generated, okay, red. But if I do other way around, if I change the magnet, turn the polarity, then you'll see that the blue light is on, LED. So there may be questions which will go for, say, actually in electronic there are many things related with it. One is the electromagnetic induction, Faraday's induction law, where you can generate electricity by moving a magnet or coil relative to each other. And of course, the magnitude of current depends on few factors we will discuss later on. When we continue with this type of demo hands-on experiments for your offline, even if possible in future, or online onwards, on separate different topics in physics for you people, or maybe in higher classes. If time and situation comes, then of course we'll go ahead. There, of course, is a simple induction, Faraday induction. But there is also another which can be taught in 12, those having electronics. That if I put magnet polarity one way, then red light. Then if I do magnetic polarity, then blue light. But these two are LEDs. So why this is happening? But of course, otherwise, this is a simple electromagnetic induction principle, Faraday's generator. Now, you know that how movie works. This may not be within your syllabus, but it's very nice to know that how our brain works, or what is called persistence of vision. Because actually, I generally prefer to say not vision but sense. Because any sense takes some time. I mean, the stimulus or stimuli, when you touch your body and then you move your hand, that is the reflex, it goes with pressure signal changing into current going into brain, and then brain is telling move your hand. So this gap time, the minimum time, is persistence of sense, I say, though it is persistence of vision. But for any actually sense, it happens, like touching your hand, then of course, going to brain, coming back, signal, move your hand. That is the pressure pulse. But also how movie works, you see the experiment first. This is a simple cage on one side, and there is bird on the other side. Now if I just spin it slowly, then you will see cage and bird separately. Can you just see this within, cameraman? Separately. But if I spin fast, then you will see bird within the cage. So this is because of the persistence of vision or sense, as I said. Because it needs to take around 1/5 of a second to reach your brain, the figure which is coming as a cage to your brain, and then coming back to the sense is another 1/5. Then actually you feel the cage you are seeing. Then bird. But if something is happening within that the two figure is coming within that time frame, then you can't separate two things as two different pictures, and therefore they superpose within the brain, and you think this is bird within the cage. And that's the basic principle of moving, because as much I remember that within a second, like I'm moving my hand, and you take the still photograph, you will see my hand is here, hand is here, hand is here, hand is here, and is here, and then at the end. So this is for the steel frame. Now if you have a very large number of steel frame between this and that position, and if you pass that on the screen within a second 24 frames at least, then you will see my hand is moving smoothly the way normal speed we see, like I am moving my hand. But if I do more than 24, then it will say very fast, the way chopping. But if you go very slow, then it will go like a slow camera. So this is a very simple, so 24 frame per second superposing of figures from beginning to final of any figure, my movement of hand, that's a normal movement you will see. Because that comes over the brain, superposing, you can't therefore make it separate movie, and then it goes like this, smooth movement. It's a sound, you know, it happens used to like our old days spool or cassette audio player. If the motor is normal speed moving, then it's a very normal song like Mere Naina Savan Bhado. And if the spool is spinning slow, then it Mere Naina. Same thing. But if it is faster, so this is for the audio sense, because each word is coming so fast that you can't separate each separate word individually, and then they superpose within the brain, and you are thinking this is a noise line. Like our postgraduate time, one party campaigner used to come, and she used to speak so fast, I couldn't actually make those things out, what she is actually telling, because she used to deliver within a 2-class gap when teacher is not coming or will come in between. One period is over, next period, to campaign about that party, college, university election for a particular party. And that I remember, Moni Jinji, her name was. But anyway, I'm talking about 83, 85 time. Anyway, this is about light. But again, some part of light, you can say, which comes within wave and stuff. I give you some of these challenges where you can have one physics, I said vice versa. Means one experiment, many physics, but one physics, many experiments. So here, but there you need to relate and understand why things are happening. This is a simple fluid with a piston-like stop in between. You can buy it like those making bird chirping sound and all. 10 rupees it was. So if I change the piston in and out, that means inside, okay, I'm telling you, air volume changing. As air volume changing, the sound, again this is one observation actually, wise experiment. But I'm explaining that the sound volume changing, then you have to get the correlation. Like, so you see mota sound. So the bass frequency here is mota. But if I close it, here column less, then high pitch, high frequency. So but here you see the similar things, probably camera can collect sound. So if I make this simple steel ruler, okay, 1 foot ruler. Now if I just put it here and make, of course again observation, generally I ask you see what you are seeing, but again you can get the whole physics and relation even by observing what I am doing, me not saying, but you see if I make it longer length, then the sound motor sound. If the length is longer, which is actually your observation, but I am explaining every time. But if I make it shorter, that means if I make it shorter length, pitch become more or frequency become more, so it become more sharp sound. Pitch means high pitch means tikha sound, sharp sound. So do you feel that air column and this metal fret, this is actually not fret, they reed. This is the basic thing of harmonica, harmonium and all this stuff, because harmonica I have generally, but I didn't bring it today. It is seems to be not that big lecture. But the harmonica, those are sharp sound, high scale, having lesser reed length, whereas those are motor sound or thick sound, those having motor pitch, thick pitch, having longer reed. So do you feel these are all similar stuff having, so the physics is same. Why this is happening? You have to think why the less air column making higher pitch, and from there you can jump to quantum mechanics even from classical physics of this. So I'm not going further detail of it.